Ba ba do 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 do. It's the Cosmic Kiichain. Okay, that's the intro until until I decide to do something different. Hello, how's it going? I'm bringing back the old formula. Like I'm starting with the smoke and then I'm crocheting. This is like I put it on a surface, so hopefully I actually finish it. No, I have to actually finish it. But I have been like slacking on this so hard and I really don't know why because I'm excited to get it done. It'll be like the first tablecloth type thing that I've made and yeah, I'm just excited. It's like already, I don't know, like the vibes on it are good. So I'm just excited to finish it. But it is like two different colors because I started with this like off-white and then now I'm adding white, but it's like it's white white. It's like not, oh my gosh. I don't know. You can kind of see it, but like not super. Yeah, as I've said before, these are going to be a little bit inconsistent just because I am like not, I don't have like a whole lot of space of more silence. So this is a period where it's going to be a little bit inconsistent, but I still am doing it. So enjoy, like enjoy because these are like the demand is so high but the supply is very little. This is expensive. Cosmic Kiichain is becoming expensive. It's becoming like prime material resource, okay? But this shit is like luxury, so really truly appreciate it right now because it's not going anywhere, but currently this is like when they were my cat's in here, she decided to start eating. I'm not gonna stop, like, because she's gonna do her thing, I'm gonna do my thing. So, but yeah, this is like I don't know, like what's hard to like this is like when eggs went up and so everyone was buying all the eggs and the supply was very low, so they just got extremely expensive and now they like kind of gone down, but that's like what Cosmic Kiichain is right now. And so, happy Saturday. Saturn's in Pisces and it's retrograde right now. And I'm loving that. Honestly, I'm really enjoying it. Like, part of it is like stressing me out because I'm like, oh, I had all these things that I was planning to do and that I actually really need to finish, even though they're not like aligned with where I'm going or what I'm trying to do now. And because Saturn is in Pisces and retrograde, well, okay. So when Saturn first went into Pisces, that is when I was experiencing blockages the most. And it was like I don't know how to explain it. It's I was experiencing so many blockages and I feel like a lot of people were, like a lot of astrologers were even saying like if you're suddenly not doing something that you feel like you should be doing, it's because you're not supposed to be doing that. Like it's not a path that's gonna like expand you or be beneficial to you because Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the greater benefic, and he's all about expansion, brother. He's all about navigation, bro. Like he's all about where we going, how we get, but like it's not really where, when, why. That's more Mercury. Jupiter is like here, everywhere. So like yeah, it's all about expansion. It's all about like how can you add to something because it's a benefic. It's not a malefic. I don't know. Like it's plus, not minus. Jupiter is plus, the big plus. Jupiter is the big plus, not the big minus. So she be adding to your life. And because if Saturn's in Pisces, which is ruled by Jupiter, the discipline that we receive from that transit is really like it's supposed to be beneficial to you, which Saturn is always going to be trying to like benefit your longevity, but she does not give a shit or fuck if it hurts how she can promote that longevity or how she can teach that lesson, because Saturn is also about lessons that you have to learn in this life, like about karma, and not like I mean yes, also about like people's idea of karma when it comes to like, yup, the universe is gonna get its lip back on you since you fucked with me. Like, yeah, but that's not karma. That's like consequence or retribution or like justice. Karma is the work that you have to do. And Saturn is all about work. So Saturn is karma. Like, what do you have to do in this life? What do you have to, like, what is your responsibility? What is your duty? And so, yeah, since she's in Pisces, it's really like, because Saturn is also restrictions. So Saturn restricting in those areas that are not beneficial to you, especially not your longevity, especially not your enjoyment. Like it's like a very pleasant Saturn transit, weirdly, because usually Saturn's pretty harsh. Yeah, it's literally like you just have to understand that things are gonna fall together and that you have to surrender and that I'm gonna just move you where you need to go. Because Pisces, as I've said before, the water signs in general are quite manipulative. And then shout out to Gemini. No shade to the Geminis. It's just like Gemini energy is very trickster, and Pisces is trickster times 2NT. 2NT, 20. She's the trickster of them all. Literally, grandfather time, like tricking all over your shit. What are you supposed to? You can't do shit about that. So that's why Pisces is manipulative. And Gemini is just like trickstery, but it can be manipulative too. So Saturn in Pisces, she does not give a fuck if you were like, if you need to finish that thing because that's how you get paid. Okay, what does that have to do with me? And also, you'll get paid $2 million more if you just go that way. So, and yeah, you'll have to wait like 20 fucking years for it, but it'll be more than this. So just turn. No, here. And then she puts you on that path. But it actually doesn't take that long because, like, again, Pisces ruled by Jupiter, it's going to pay off and like feel nice when you're actually doing the work. Because sometimes when you do the work with Saturn, like it tends to feel nice, but only because it's like, oh, thank God that weight is off of my shoulder. But like with Pisces, with the Saturn and Pisces thing, it feels a lot more like this feels good. Like it's actually it adds to you. It's not just taking off the weight because you got the work done. And so now you can move like you don't have 100-pound weight on your ankles. It's actually adding to you. So you're like growing. So this like Pisces Saturn is like really adding to the building part of Saturn because Saturn is also about foundations. So she actually is helping you build and like add the bricks. But yeah, so pretty much that's just my way of saying that I've been procrastinating a lot. But it's like it genuinely feels like it's not by my own volition, and that's what's messed up is because like if I personally am, which okay, I've been thinking a lot about learned helplessness because I feel like if like that whole process is a part of or like was a part of your upbringing, then and then you're like religious or spiritual, I feel like it can be really easy to fall into a cycle of being like, oh, it wasn't me because this. No, I didn't do it because it was actually this thing. And sometimes it really is out of our hands. And like for a lot of us who are like more spiritual, a lot is out of our hands. A lot is really in our hands, but like there's certain things where like if whatever you believe in sees that something is better or worse for you, they will just move you or like take something out of your way unless it's like truly a lesson that you need to learn because like can't get in the way of karma. Again, everything has work. So yeah, I've been like just thinking about, but like I don't, so that's a part of it, but sometimes there can be an over reliance on that idea where it's like, oh no, I don't know, I just decided to eat the tuna fish sandwich that was like 20 days past expiration because I don't know, I don't know, tuna's just been coming up, so I just have to eat it. And that's also like, maybe like if tuna actually has been coming up, you probably just misinterpreted that like message, because like tuna's coming up because they're saying don't eat the tuna. It's 20 days past expiration. You're gonna get sick. You know? But pretty much what I'm saying is that I don't want to over rely on the idea of like, oh, something else. Oh, someone else telling me to do it, so I do it. Something else telling me to do it, so I do it. Something. Or something else took it away, so I'm just not doing it. And I do genuinely believe that like the Pisces transit or the Saturn transit is like a huge part of why I'm procrastinating, because a lot of things have been building in the direction of like what I actually want to build, what actually brings me joy and fulfillment. Things that bring me fulfillment are actually like growing. And so that means that the things that don't bring me fulfillment, or that just like weren't quite the right thing for me to do, it's back in Saturn and Pisces hands, where it's just, she's just gonna turn you. It's not gonna be like really a harsh, oh, it's still a harsh lesson because Saturn is a malefic, so like she a little bit mean, but like ultimately there's a lot of ease to it, because Pisces is also where Venus is exalted. And Venus likes ease. She likes leisure. She likes pleasure. She likes to feel good, look good, be good. And Pisces being exalted in that sign makes a lot of sense. Like Pisces just flows. There's a lot of ease to that. There's a lot of leisure to that. And so yeah, when Saturn and Pisces turn you to be like, no, you need to go this way, it's not gonna really be like harsh lesson after harsh lesson. It's harsh because it hurts, but like it hurts here, it hurts your emotions. But it's not harsh like Saturn and Aries, where it's like you have to start it, you have to maintain it, it's you. And if you start and maintain the wrong shit, you're gonna get knocked out and then have to get back up and pick up your teeth and put them back in your mouth. Can you tell I'm a little bit scared of the Saturn and Pisces one? I'm a little bit scared of that one because she just hurt me a little bit. But it's just actually hard because I'm a Libra placement, and like all of my planets answer to my Libra Venus. So having set like discipline in the Aries area, I'm like, what do you mean I have to get up? Like, okay, because don't get it twisted, I'm a Virgo, I'm a Capricorn moon, so I'm a Leo Mars, so I'm gonna get up. Never question whether or not I'm gonna get up. But then there's Libra Venus, Libra Mercury, air, Venus, all in my head, like, but wouldn't it be so nice if I could just sit here a little bit longer? Wouldn't it be just so nice if I could just and imagine if you didn't have to get up. That feels nice, right? And like imagine if it was just way easier and it wasn't just you all the time, remember? What if we could just rest? And that just takes up so much of my time. And then Aries and Saturn is like, we don't have time, come on. But then there's also like, there's the discipline from Saturn and Aries where she's like, but don't do too much. And Aries loves to do the most, like as much as possible, and then some, because she's fire, she's the started fire. So it's just that whoosh every single time. Like if you ever are wondering why an Aries is like that, try to understand them a little bit, okay? Imagine you're a starting flame, and you're whoosh, whoosh, whoosh all the time, and every step you take is whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That's why they're like that. Because I always think about it as in the spring, I think about all of the plants that are coming back from that cold ass winter. And it's not, remember, spring is not that warm, at least not where I live. It's warm and it's enough. It's just enough. But all those plants have to like whoosh, and then keep Like, have enough of that push to push through all of that hard ass, cold ass ground. Keeps getting rained on, keeps getting, like, spring is actually kind of harsh conditions. So imagine your Aries in your fush. Like, they literally can't help it, so that's why they're like that. No shade, but that is why they're like that. And some Aries, like, are, well, those are like sleepers though. Like, the Aries that seem really calm, are they like, I'm just so calm? First off, you have Taurus placements, or maybe Taurus and Cancer in your chart. Second, you know, you be acting wild, or you be doing the most. Because even if you're calm, it's like you're probably like overworking yourself or something, or like doing something, like, or not sleeping, and that's why you're so calm, because like there's only so much push, you know. So like Saturn in Aries is just really like the discipline of maintaining that fire and maintaining yourself enough to keep being able to rekindle how you need to. And like Saturn's also in fall, in detriment in the sign of Aries, so like she does not do good at all with like Aries just like go, because that does not promote longevity. Like, if you live your life like that, you're gonna die at 42, bro. Assuming no car hit you, nothing happened. Because you're burning yourself out, you're burning out your life force. So there's also that lesson of like, how do you not overdo it if that is something you're prone to, or if that's like, because the lessons are going to be different for everyone. And then it's also like, where do you have to keep rekindling because you want it? Because Mars, Aries is ruled by Mars. That's desire. That's push. That's force. That's what are you willing to kill in order to get what you want? Can you kill the smoking habit to get here? Can you kill the smoking habit to get here? You know? So, and then my Libra's like, well, but like, remember when it feels so good to smoke? Oh, why? If it's not bad, then like, why would it hurt? And the way that Saturn would teach that lesson in Aries is that she'd be like, okay. And then you'd have like a black hole in your lung that like you can feel the burn, because Aries is fire. And then that's how you would know to, like, you have to stop smoking. Because Saturn is still going to put her foot down at the end of the day. She's still going to put her foot down. But with Aries, she's going to let you fuck up to the point of having to stop. Because it's all from you. Aries is all about you. What you initiate. What comes from you. What can you birth. You. It's about you. Me. I. So honestly, like Saturn in Pisces right now, since she's retrograde, it's feeling like refuge, because I did pretty good with that transit. Even though, again, I'm a Virgo, it opposed all of my stuff. And when she retrograded during like the true Pisces Saturn transit, she was just all on my sun, like, like, okay. Literally like fucking 1-2ing on my shit, like, and I had to surrender. What I have to do? Surrender. Just surrender. La. But it actually, yeah, once I actually learned, it felt good. But it was still that Saturnian of like, you're building, and nothing gets built that fast. I feel like only Saturn and Gemini builds really fast, which, yeah, like, we're blessed. Maybe Saturn and Cancer could also build pretty quick. But anyway, maybe Saturn and Virgo even. But Saturn and Pisces, yeah. Now that like all the work has been done, the trend, and like we're retrograding back to be like, here's some things that didn't get finished up. And if you did the work, it's just going to be really easy, and it's just going to continue building on that thing that's really good for you. and like it's gonna fall into place, because Pisces, again, that ease, the flow of like the tides, you can't control it, but the Pisces is so much about focus, and that's what Saturn and Pisces taught a lot. So if you haven't learned that yet, focus, 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 focus on what it is that your goal is, what you're seeing. If you didn't do it when Saturn was in Pisces before, or you started but then you stopped, regain that focus, because Pisces is all about focus, because you can't control what's happening outside of you. You're one with it though. So if you focus, you will achieve that shit, because the tides are going to make it flow in line. Like, oh, this is what you want to build? Because it's all symbiotic. Remember, Pisces is the fish. She got the gills. She's one with the ocean. And that's why that Pisces ease. And it's Jupiter. Jupiter's lucky. She's lucky. I'm a lucky girl. Think about Sag and Pisces. Literally lucky girl. For Sag, it's really about their physical, where they're just like, well, just because I do this and this, believe this belief, but it's about enacting your belief, embodying your belief. When Sagittarius does that, everything pop into place. All they have to do is go. All they have to do is go. And for Pisces, all they have to do is swim and breathe and be, and then it just falls into place. But you have to have that focus. Sag and Pisces is the difference between focus and embodied belief. Or like faith and embodied belief. Because faith is keeping that focus on what you believe, but it's more internal. And you can still embody it. But I'm just thinking about like Sag is fire. So it's like, it's about action, it's about doing, and it's about being. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying it, but there's procrastination happening in other areas, because they're not quite what I'm meant to be doing or what I'm meant to be building upon, which I feel like it is a bit subjective. But I don't know, it's also Pisces, like there is some spiritual discipline when it comes to it. Like that, Saturn in Pisces is really when like the guys on the other side have the reins. And that's why like things will just get cut if it needs to get cut for you. However, it needs to be cut. And so, but it's meant to make it easy for you to not focus on that other thing. Pisces, literally Father Time tricking. So yeah, procrastinating, but it's only because like it's just my signal that like this is not what you're meant to be doing, like pretty much at all. And I'm like, right, okay, well, because this kind of procrastination, I don't want to say that I've never experienced it, but I have not experienced this type of procrastination in a very long time. Very long time. To the point where my ADHD medication can't even make me get on that shit. And then even if I'm trying to get on that shit, all of the my external environment comes in to be like, no, you can't. It's like, okay. So I'm just hearing it, I'm letting that be, and I'm letting it fall together, because there is a lot of surrender when it comes to Pisces, Saturn and Pisces. And the North Node is in Pisces, and it'll be like that, I think until mid next year or like the end of next year. So surrender is still something that's going to really greatly beneficially expand you. Whatever, I see the North Node in midheaven like very, like I like to read both for career and legacy, and like your life, like your life's calling, because your North Node is like your life's calling. Even if you can't hear the call, even if like you don't have your phone set up yet, so like you're not getting that call is still happening, and you still are kind of hearing it, even if it's like as like Like you can't really hear it at all. I was whispering, but if you couldn't hear it, that's what that call is like sometimes. So if you focus on your north node, that's gonna expand you in a pretty big way. I think his name is Nathan Fielder, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know because I don't watch I don't watch him in my own time, but I've watched that show, The Rehearsal, I think is what it's called. And his north node is in Gemini, I think. It's either Gemini or Cancer, and he has a Gemini moon or something like that. But his north node has to do with like thought and ideas. And so when you think about the show that he made, he's literally, okay, I think it was in Gemini or like has something to do with Gemini. Think about Gemini, they're like, oh, I have this idea, and what, and they're talking through this whole idea, and like it becomes like 20 different things just off this one idea. That is very Gemini. And that is The Rehearsal, where he's like, I was thinking about how plane crashes could be avoided if there was just more communication. And then he goes through like the trillion stages of that thought and fully embodies them and acts them out, because that Gemini becomes the thought that they have, because they're air, and because that's like a diurnal element. It's a diurnal element. So it's about action and doing and like produce. It's about production, but like more usage of energy, because I feel like nocturnal is also production, but it's the creation part. Like the nocturnal is the creation part, and then the diurnal is the like putting it out, because it's action focused. So birth can be considered diurnal. Giving birth can be considered diurnal, but the gestation, the creation of that thing is very feminine. You have to receive what's coming to you. Feminine, nocturnal, that's what I mean. I think about that a lot. I'm trying to think of like even different ways that I can say it too, because I want to like expand it beyond whatever stigma or ideology has been put on feminine and masculine, etc. Because it's bigger than whatever the fuck you're putting on it. God. Fuck. Yeah, so thinking about Nathan Fielder's, I'm pretty sure that's his name, his north node, and then his show, like he became huge and gets funding from probably places he never fucking thought that he would, even if he asked for that funding from those people. I bet like a while back he would have never assumed that even if he started a show like this, that's where he would get funding, or that it would actually happen, or that he'd be on like the news for like just sharing a thought and embodying it and showing it, like communicating that thought and idea and the thought process that went with it and the conclusion. Like that's north noding. So if you north node, are you listening? If you north node, you'll get exactly where you need to go. But this is again because the north node transiting, because that's if you follow your own natal north node. And then if you follow the north node that's transiting, which is in Pisces, keep your fucking focus, because it's just going to fall together. There's still that surrender of like, I don't really know what's happening, but I have this thing. And so I think if I just let things fall together that are in this thing that I'm focusing on, that contribute to this thing that I'm focusing on, then it'll just fall together. Everyone thinks Pisces delusional, but it's like they can just see where you can't. Isn't that fucking scary? Remember that fish can see you through the tank? They can hear you too. People forget that fish can hear. They can hear you. One time, well, okay. Yes, they can hear you. I've seen people where it's like people are singing by the water and the fish come. I don't think those fish are getting fed. They just come because they're like What's that? They can fucking hear you. They can hear you. So think about Pisces, where everyone is just kind of assuming, like, everyone on land is assuming, oh, they can't hear me. Oh, they're delusional. They can just see what you can't see, and they can still hear you and tap into you too. But it's still like that fishy, like behind, because they're underwater. They're not delusional. They just see that it's falling together. But they're like, I don't really know how to make that happen. But I know that it does happen. They know that it does happen. It's not that it can happen. They know that it does happen. That's like that Pisces oneness. So, North Node in Pisces, that's the transiting North Node right now. Keep that focus. And then if you want a North Node in your own natal chart, look at the areas that your North Node is. A lot of people can get caught up with like I do it too. My North Node's in Cancer. I'm just revealing my whole chart. No. Be good. My North Node's in Cancer. So I'm always like, what? I don't want to be parent. What? I don't want to rock-a-bye baby. No, I'm not a baby. No. Because I'm a Capricorn moon. So that's like kind of in opposite. They're not exactly in opposition when it comes to the aspect, but they are opposite signs. So I'm like, I'm not a baby. I don't want kids. But, or like, I don't really like caretaking that much. And so, I mean, yeah, I honestly, that's a very important process to like deciding what it is. Like, if you can see what something is not, what you do not like about something, then that's like you're building your limits. Let me preach for a second. I stopped with this because I have something to say. Okay? Think about it like this. I have an example. This is a napkin, okay? So, all of the it's not this, I don't like this, you don't have to throw it away and be like, I'm being too picky. Well, sometimes you do, but like okay, walk with me. I should rename this Walk With Me, because just take a walk. Come on. So, North Node in Cancer. That's okay, there's nothing. And then I'm like, okay, my North Node is in Cancer. Now there's like a space that's a circle because I've narrowed it. Cancer type stuff is where I need to go. But that's endless. Cancer is the mother. Cancer is women. Cancer, or like femininity in general, but like it's kind of complicated. I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to say that. But like if you think about the goddess Artemis, she rules over like chastity, which can mean anything. Like, not anything because it's chastity, but it's not necessarily like celibacy. You understand what I'm saying? And then women. But she herself is also very gender neutral and like androgynous and not just like in presentation, in embodiment. Like she's her, hers, non-binary. You understand me? So it's still like there's so much depth to it, and so much. That's what I mean by like Cancer ruling women, because it's like women, but like it's a little bit broader than that. Like it's like matrilineal and like, but like it's broader than what we've confined that to mean today. And that's as far as I'm going to go because I don't want to, okay? Cancer. And so I'm like, well, oh yeah, Cancer can also be like caretaking. So then I'm like, I guess I don't need the napkin. Then I'm like, well, I don't really want to be a caretaker. I don't want to be like a doctor or a nurse. For some people, that would be their North Node. For me, no. No, I'm not going to be a nurse. So that's one edge now added. Because it's a limit, it's a boundary. I don't want to be a parent because Cancer is parenthood. No, I don't really want to confine myself to just my family. Okay, that's another boundary. I don't really want to blah, 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 whatever. That's the last final boundary. So now you have this canvas. And so what I'm saying is that every no that you're saying, you don't have to beat yourself up being like, I'm too picky. You're making an edge to create, you're building your foundation just by doing that, because you're creating your canvas. This is a canvas. And so now, okay, so this is my space to work out with. And if I had a lot of restrictions, then that canvas is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. And that's what I mean by like, sometimes you do have to be like, okay, where is the compromise? Like, where is some compromise? Like, oh, maybe I don't want to be a caretaker, but I would volunteer once a week or something. Okay, that opens it up a little bit, you know? So now you have your canvas because you've said all your no's. And so now you know all your boundaries. And you can work with that canvas. You can make it bigger by compromising, but it probably won't be as satisfying. But sometimes you, like, depending on who you are, your chart, your fate, if you believe in that, then there like sometimes is compromise built in. Sometimes people can get everything they want in a certain moment, and then like later on with their second Saturn return, then they have to compromise a bunch because it's just been imbalanced. There's balance, there's fate, there's all this shit. So your canvas, yay! And now you're like, okay, this is what I can paint on. So again, North Node in Cancer, I'm like, yeah, okay, no parent, no la 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 la. But I do like the moon. All right, let's draw a moon here. That's one thing. And I really do like healing. Okay, that's another thing. La 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 la. And I do like my tummy. I don't know. La 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 la. And then you can draw on your canvas, and a canvas is endless. You can make a whole world in a canvas. So it's okay if you have a bunch of no's. That's all I'm saying. And North Noding is going to expand you right, okay? And then with the North Node in Pisces transiting, just focus. So, the North Node is also about focus. And you can get really caught up. What I was saying earlier is that you can really get caught up with like, well, I don't want to do the, like, if your North Node's in like Taurus, I don't like landscaping. I don't like putting my hands in the dirt. I hate the dirt. I don't like blah, 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 blah. And you can fight it. And it can feel like you're fighting it because the South Node, which is the opposite from the North Node, it's where we're very comfortable physically, materially, on this plane, on Earth. It's where we're very comfortable. It's the cycle we fall into that's not necessarily beneficial to us. Sometimes it can be depleting to us because at the end of the day, the North Node is just as inevitable as the South Node. So you're avoiding your North Node being like, I don't know. Yeah. So like if you have a North Node in Taurus, you have a South Node in Scorpio. Well, I just think that I just want to preserve only this little life, this little light of mine. I don't want to grow anything. I don't want to be like the Empress energy and tarot. I'm not fertile or whatever, you know? No. And it takes a long time because it is a fight. It's opposition. It is a fight. There is tension. It's tug of war. That's what oppositions are. It's tug of war until you find the balance, until you realize, actually, we just need to keep this shit taut. We don't have to like be, la. We can just keep it taut. That's all we need to do. So that we can hold this like thing in the middle so that it has enough room to, I don't really know. With that analogy, I'm not sure. It's like the stretching needed to like expand something and grow it right. Sure, right? So, North Node, South Node. So if your North Node is in Taurus, you can be like, I fucking hate food. I'm not like Taurus. I don't even like Tauruses. Okay, that's you fighting it. And then you start to like bargain. I feel like you go through the stages of grief with the North Node. Like, then you start to bargain where you're like, well, I guess I do like to eat my one baby carrot. So I guess I could start with just eating one baby carrot a day and like thinking about that. And then that could expand because the North Node is going to expand either way. Like Jupiter is expansion, but she's wanting to benefit you. She's wanting to help you because she's a benefic. I feel like the nodes are very neutral. They could go either way. So the North Node is going to expand however the fuck she wants. She just wants you to grow. Grow, grow, grow. Grow the baby, grow the baby. Because it's lunar. Grow the baby, grow the baby. Grow. So it could start as like, oh, I guess I'll have one baby carrot a day. And then maybe if your Venus is in Aries, then that becomes you being like a health person, like a health influencer, like known for your health, because you're like, I started off with just one baby carrot a day, and then I decided to eat two, and then it became a whole bag, and then I don't know, I don't know how Aries thinks, because I'm like, they're doing stuff, they're just doing it, but like it would turn into that, and that's how it would expand. And that can expand however, maybe it's like you're eating baby carrots and then you decide to make carrot powder, and then you're selling carrot powder protein or whatever. You make carrot protein because you're like, this actually has all of these things that we're missing out on in our diet. You took a stance. That's North Node in Taurus answering to an Aries Venus. Just from that one little baby carrot, it becomes a whole world. The baby carrot was the canvas that you were willing to work with. So North Noding is inevitable. I forgot what I was going to say with that, but it's inevitable. And actually, I didn't forget. I think that's just the end of the thought. It's inevitable. And it's really, but if you actually look into those areas and like decide what the sign is and isn't for you, then you have a lot to work with, even off that one baby carrot. It could also end up looking like you becoming a chef, because Aries, that actually still would be like Aries Venus even, because fire likes to cook. Fire is cooking. Like fire is associated with cooking. So it's like, I thought about the flavors in this. Or I was tasting, because like Taurus is very sensual. It's about your senses. So maybe you could be like, you know what? I don't fucking like the dirt. I just want to eat my baby carrots. And then one day you're like, this has some sweetness to it. And then you're like, ooh, imagine this in an ice cream. Yeah, paired with this, just off your senses. It's like giving ratatouille down. That's what that is. And then you make carrot ice cream, and it becomes this staple wherever you live, whatever region you're from. That is North Node. And it's not immediate, but it's like this creation that expands to a point that you never thought it would. Or maybe you did think it would, but it got even bigger. And it's just your environment. So that's a little bit about the North Node. And then with the North Node in Pisces, there's surrender to it. It's falling together. There's faith to it. There's homies on the other side that are doing stuff that you are or are not aware of, but they're doing it either way to make that expansion happen for you. The water that you're one with is moving to expand your world. It's not just now this path. It's not just this path like with Saturn, where it's like, let's just put stuff in your path so that you can build. Let's make these blocks flow together. It's now, okay, there's your path. And let's build you a building here, a building here, a building here. And let's now make a whole city so that you have some places to go within this path that you're on. It's not just building for the path. It's now you live in this path. This path is you. This path is your environment. This is who you are. This is what your life is. North Node. So let it fall together. Surrender. It's not hurting you. It hurt. It hurt and it hurts. But it's not. Ultimately, it's still trying to be benefic because it's Pisces. but you just wanted it to be bigger for you. So, yeah. I was going to talk about the transits in Scorpio too. I don't know how far it'll go. I'm looking at the time and I'm like, okay. The transits in Scorpio currently. I'm really liking it. Like, it's hard in the sense that I don't like being irritable all the time. And is anyone else irritated as fuck and irked and feeling like the next person to irk me is gonna get one vein on their eyeball ripped off that they'll never fucking forget, because every time they blink they're gonna feel that shit missing, and they're gonna feel that sting? Raise your hand if you feel that way, because that's how it's been making me feel. But now the irkness is like settled, because I'm just like, okay, this is just like what Mars and water signs feels like. Like when Mars was in Cancer, I was feeling for the Cancer Mars. I was like, y'all, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. Because how do you not lose your fucking mind during like having a Cancer Mars during that transit? And it was long this year. Like, I felt like everything had me so fucked up, but there's like such an expectation to keep it together, and it's like, I don't know how you keep it together in that energy. And so Mars in Scorpio kind of feels like that too, but it's like with Mars in Scorpio, it's domicile. It's not in fall like Mars in Cancer. It's domicile, it's at home. Mars is at home in Scorpio. So it's like, and then you also think about Scorpio being associated with Pluto, being ruled by or ruling over Pluto modernly. Pluto's about power. So Scorpio's like, I know I can fucking do that shit. I know I got the power. I know. So it's like you're feeling that same kind of irked and like everybody got you fucked up, but you're okay with showing the anger, and you have the exact bite that you need to say no and to make sure that that person doesn't do it again. Not saying that any fight, I feel like so far with this energy, it's not that fights are breaking out, but it's that like, it's like little things like, no, you know, nah, nah, nah. But it's like, there's just like such an irritation, like a constant irritation that just makes you like push. But I'm liking it because I'm like, yeah, now a nigga can push. Like, Mars in Libra was pissing me off. It was pissing me off because Mars in Libra, the transit in my chart, did not want to do shit or fuck or a damn thing. Did not want to do anything. That was I'm someone who doesn't believe in laziness. Not really. Not mostly. Mostly I don't. I think actually mostly I don't, or at all I don't. And I was feeling lazy. I was like, girl, you have got to get up. I would not want to do anything unless I had like a full beat. Or like my favorite shirt that made me feel cute and like a cute little outfit. And then I would only be able to do like one or two sections of the thing that I need to do. I hated that. So now that Mars is in Scorpio, I'm like, yeah, bitch, I'm a bad bitch. Like, I'm about to do it. I don't give a fuck. If I gotta push a nigga out the way and crack their skull open on the street to get where I'm trying to go because they're all in my way and keep getting in the way, and I already said, no, next time you do it, I'm gonna break your skull. Those were my 2 warnings. Next time you do it, I'm gonna break your skull. That was my 2nd warning. And then they got in my way again and they didn't believe me. So now their fucking skull is broken. That's what this is giving. Square Pluto? You're nuts! You're nuts! You're trying to kill someone, right? So then Mercury was also conjunct that. So we're speaking on that. We're being mean with our words. everything is like cutting, but there's an edge and like there's a bad bitchness to it. Maybe it's just my Capricorn moon where it's just like, oh, and my Virgo. It's like sextiling those. So I'm enjoying it. I'm like, yeah, I'm a bad bitch. The next motherfucker get in my way, about to get da 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 da. And they can believe it or not, but yeah, it's above me. So like, not, it doesn't have me talking big shit because Scorpio doesn't talk big shit. They are big shit. It is big shit. You don't believe it or not, it just is. And in fact, it's better that you underestimate me because then I can double down. And I'm not really doubling. I'm just doing it. So lots of mean mugging with this transit because I come from a lineage on my mother's side where like our looks can truly fucking kill. Like it's actually bad. And like I was just like, oh, everyone says that, la 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 la. No, but it's true. No, but it's true, and I've seen it, and I'm like, okay, 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 I got it. And so now, like, and then I'm walking around using the looks that can kill, just because I'm like, get out of my way and do not talk to me. Because Scorpio has that determination. Like, if you think about Pisces needing focus, and then Cancer needing to be fed to grow the thing because they're all nocturnal, so they're growing. All the water signs are nocturnal, growing. It's about a force within. Growing. But Scorpio is Mars. So Mars is doing and drive and action and fighting and killing and getting what you want. Fighting for what you want. Sex. Because it's a utilization of your energy. So Scorpio is determination. It's like she has that focus to get where she need to go. She has the knowing, the faith. And then she's doing it. And it's Mars. So she'll hurt someone if they keep getting in the way. Or she'll rally them to be on her side so that they can stay out of the way and just walk. Kind of think about it like Michonne, if you've seen The Walking Dead, where like she has her brother and her husband who passed because they got turned into zombies. And she has them on her leash, like on a leash, to protect her from other walkers getting to her. Badass as fuck. I love that they wrote that. That's fucking genius. That's so cool. Okay, because they're like, because the scent of another walker makes them not eat each other, and that's what makes, yeah. So she like puts their blood all over her, and like that is Scorpio down. Puts the zombie blood all over her. Smells like rot. And then she carries the two people that she loves the most because, you know, now they're a threat. They're literally zombies. They're a threat. But not to her because she's very trained. She's Scorpio. So she just cut their mouth off so that they can't bite her and keep them because she loves them. She can't let go of them. That's very Scorpio. And so now they're not in a way. Now they're not a problem. She can still stay attached to them, love them, and they can still protect her. And she can just keep walking and keep pushing. So Scorpio either going to kill you if you're threatening whatever it is that they're focusing on, or they're going to disarm you, because Scorpio is very disarming. They're so disarming. They can get anyone to trust them, and that scares me. But then, for me, because it's Scorpio, I'm like, okay, ha la 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 la, that's fine. A Scorpio could, okay. And so when I say this, like, don't sign and put my fingerprint, like, please, this is just, I'm just saying, it's just an idea that I'm speaking. But like straight up, if a Scorpio was trying to kill me, they would not have to work hard at all. And they never do. But like, I'm someone who's very hyper vigilant. But like dead ass. It's like I see strong Scorpio in a chart, or like I see that someone's a Scorpio and I'm like, yep. Oh, thank God. And I just like relax. It's scary because I'm like, that's the killer. That's the killer. Hello, that's the killer. But like, it doesn't have to be my killer. I literally become like a little kitten for Scorpio. I'm like, yep, perfect. Perfect, yep. They're that disarming, just naturally. It's their energy. It's the energy. They energetically disarm you. Aries, they're gonna fight, they're gonna struggle to disarm you. Scorpio is doing that, but inside where you can't see. Remember, it's water, just like the fish. But Scorpio's using that underwaterness, that fishness, to perceive you and to perceive outward. You don't think they're listening. You don't think they can see. You don't think that they're coming. Here they are. And you only saw that in your last image before you died. They're scary, but I'm like, no, you're not. You're not scary to me. It's oh, like, it's fucked up, actually. I think it's actually messed up. Guys. So that's the energy that we're in right now. And then when the sun come in, because Libra season will be over in about a week. I'm just like, I'm not scared though. I'm like, bad bitch hours. I don't know if it's just because it's sextile or because I'm very Plutonian, as in there's a lot of aspects with Pluto in my chart that are really like 0 degree orb, Pluto on an axis, like, hi. Well, Pluto would not be like, hi. Pluto would be like, ah. But from the inside, and I'm talking like an 11-year-old. But from the inside, and then you explode and blah. That's how I feel talking about like Pluto and Scorpio, but like dead ass. That's just like, there's violence to it because there's Mars and there's Pluto. Don't ever assume that there's not. There's some sort of violence, even if they're the sweet, but it's like Scorpio water sign. So it's like they're sweet, they care. But once a Scorpio placement like loses the care, everyone's susceptible to be like, they could be a serial killer. And you would never, you want to know something? All the serial killers that got caught, like it tallies up to like a lot of 12th house placements, a lot of Gemini placements, and a lot of Pisces. But you know what? I think all the Scorpios that stopped caring about anything, but decided that they were gonna live, I feel like they are the Scorpio. They're you see, they don't even want me to say it. They're the serial killers that got away with it forever. You would never catch them. You would never catch them. Except for Drake. Ah! And I would say, which, okay, I don't want to go deeper into there. I'm just like, but yeah. So that's the energy that we're gonna be in. And that's the energy that we were in, especially when Mars was conjunct Mercury, squaring Pluto, who's literally the demolitionist, like literally like, let's get rid of everything, guys. Let's sweep it all up, guys. Let's get out so that we can build the thing and so that we can remember you're just a soul. Let's strip all this away. I'm like, we haven't seen like huge fights break out. In fact, we saw a ceasefire when it comes to, I'm not gonna go super deep into it just because shit does get suppressed, guys. So But like, think about that, because Scorpio plots, but you won't even know that they're plotting. That's so scary. And then I'm like, yay! You wouldn't even know that they're plotting. So like, just understand, don't trust that. And then we still do see what happens when we decide to trust that. But anyway, la 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 la. So just because we're not seeing huge fights breaking out or like anything, it's because this is plot hours. The Scorpio stuff is still in early degrees. It's not in late degrees where stuff gets finalized. So if you're feeling bad, bitch, but like shit's not all the way together, you're just irritable as fuck, understand that once Mercury, once Mars, once the sun hits that like 29 degree, once it hits that 29 degrees, it's done. It's done. Permanent, probably. And that's where I'll leave it. If you like that, like it physically. I'm not kidding. I'm not. Like it physically. Before I was like, well, if you want to, like it. Stuff is in Scorpio right now. Like it. And then, if you want to see more of this, go ahead and subscribe. Like, they're still coming even though it's inconsistent. This is prime cream de la crop. Like, it's a fine resource. It's finite, but it's infinite. But it's limited. I don't know. I'm doing like some kind of like chain link thing. It's limited resource right now. So, but I have a bunch more, so you can go watch them too if you want. Yeah, just do your thing. If you want to see more of what I do, go ahead and look in that box down there. In that box, I got links too down there. Thank you for watching. Mwah.